candy?
I think it might have been like, believe it or not. No, I don't know. I was never a candy guy. Realistically, I was never a candy guy.
Brother.
Probably some sour strips. I'll go with sour strips.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid. I was like, let me turn you on to some Twizzler action, brother. Wow.
No, those are awful.
Nah, you're twisted for that. Let's get into the mix, though. Here we are. We're finding ourselves on map number 1, the Protocol Hardpoint. Stallions going up against OMIT. Again, both these two teams, essentially brand spanking new. And a heck of a start for Illy. First 3 eliminations going to go his way.
Oh, that's fantastic plays so far from Stallions. Clean 4 dead to controlling the spawn. You already see number 64 on your mini-map, Mr. Abe. Even though he's an aggressive SMG player, just doing the dirty work to make the game easier for his team. So 20 seconds to fight for here at P1. OMIT trying to retake from that trips window. But they want to try to trap Stallions in towards the backside. They don't want to flip.
Yeah, and I would say that this trap is not very trap-like at the moment, although Linz does clear off some space over towards Grandma's, and with the follow-up onto the hard point itself, now you can make your play quickly over to P2. Linz trying to find where this last member is. Nice snap onto Illy. That gets him good for 3 in a row. Stuns himself on accident, and Major Maniac will at least allow the Stallions a chance to contest over the top of P2.
Yeah, but now it's on Abe. Finds some success through the top middle of the map. At least finds the first kill. Alleviates some pressure at this point. Your OMIT, you got to try to find this trade. Standy with the angle, but Standy not hitting the shots. Allows that player to stay alive. So a chunk of time here to fight for at P2. Spawns are a little bit scattered, but OMIT still holding.
Looking decent. I mean, this is a really big tug of war back and forth, although Linz, off this next life, he had 3 in his first, now 4 in a row. Working for maybe a potential Hellstorm missile, depending if he can find more objective kills, but looks like the Stallions are going to chalk that back 15. They have to move over to new. And again, I think there's one other thing about the Stallions roster. You know what you're going to get when it comes to Major Maniac. He is the king of route men. That's all you did in Modern Warfare 2019 for that phase team was just hit routes. So know that he's likely going to be the one largely trying to quarterback those large rotations.
Yeah, he's already worked his way towards the backside of the gun. Even though his teammates are all dropping like flies, he's at least able to get one. But now OMIT have him isolated. Still your teammates all the way across the map. Just need to try to finesse, wait for them to get back into the play, but as they approach to the middle of the map, Brack finds a double. So it's still you on your lonely by this back end. At least you find one kill, make it a double, gives your team a chance.
Yeah, that's great news there from Mike. It's just one of those things, like, I wouldn't really call it the dirty work. It's the cautious of the plays. It's the macro side of the plays, and it's worked out really nicely. Now he's on 4 in a row. Secure spawns for his team. Stallions can get back in. 23 seconds to fight. Here comes a hit from the front, though. Standy able to find the opener. Brack following up with the rest of his teammates, and now it's just down to Major Maniac, and that is 4 down immediately. A big break for OMIT.
Yeah, and this was Stallions got to cut their losses, hit that early rotation, but there's already one player from OMIT. Hit or contest. The movement good enough from Abe to catch Brack with his pants down as he's reloading. Now you win the gunfights to win your way in towards bottom bunker. A money hill. Potential for the Stallions to start to pull away. You just need to knock down the first couple of waves of kills.
Well, Lyric's just going to be the one responsible for this front door. Lynn's up and over. He's found the first blood. Lyric's not really getting a large chunk of them, but the follow-up from Illy with an SMG in hand is good enough to at least establish some more control for Stallions on the hard point. 40 seconds remaining. Here comes the hit for OMIT. Largely stacked up over through Spiral. Double hit, though. Try to move through for the front door. Now here comes the setup. The full flood. Illy for the opening, too. Major Maniac another, and there's just nothing that Spark can do besides sit and wait.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You go 3 for 2 on the trades. You know you have the numbers to ego child to find a player. A flawless 60 hold potentially here for the Stallions. OMIT are going to give it one last push. Major Maniac with a sub hit and only takes down 1. So OMIT have the numbers. They can still contest for this final 10 seconds. But Stallions, perfect hold. Take a lot of time here.
Yeah, it's really solid stuff for the Stallions after what was a very messy rotation from 2 to 3. I mean, it was really just a back and forth affair on P2, and then Major Maniac, the long route towards P3 works out kind of, but that 4th hard point, the difference maker so far on the scoreboard. Standy, nice shutdown onto Illy up top at windows. Will give Brack now an opportunity to watch over the middle of the map. He's been able to at least see 1, but the big question mark is who's going to be the one to try to be responsible to take this player outside the hill.
Oh, but Brack with the shots at least takes the player off of the hill. That goes 3 for 1 in the trade battle. So now if you are OMIT, you can hop your way back on in. You still know all the Stallions that are spawning on the backside of Grandma's. You can already see the route from Lurks, able to sneak on by, has a big one-on-one, and Brack is able to get that gunfight. So OMIT still soaking up this P1 time. Are going to have the opportunity for a lead change. But if you're Stallions, you don't want to get trapped to the backside of tower again.
Nice snap from Spark. Ooh, a little turn. Pistol.
Hello.
Lots of damage. There should be a follow-up from Brack, and there is. 4 in a row for him. But Standy loses his life at the middle of the map once again. So the Stallions will get the scrap time and have a chance to really enforce this play. Really from the high ground you'd have to be thinking, but not really the case. Actually, a couple of members will try to make a move down to the low side of this play. And that's enough to actually, again, create some numbers. Now you've got a hit from ledge and stairs at the same time.
Yeah, they have him surrounded over here at this P2 plat. That's already 3 dead. Everybody off the respawn for OMIT. Now you're forced to try to hit some routes, work your way through Grandma's. You can already see Brack work his way through underground. A lot of time now in favor of the Stallions. They continue to run up that score. Brack eventually is now going to get into the play. He's worked his way all the way behind Spiral. You got to get something done with this long route.
Yeah, sure do. Brack, nice shots initially, and eventually is able to find out Lurks. Now it's down to the split spawn situation. Brack going to be turned around as Ilya is right behind him. Follow up. Ilya actually almost gets Spart out of the hard point, but the fight back is good, and that's enough for a double from Sparty. And now the focus heads purely over to P3. And once again, take a look at Major Maniac right back onto the anchor spot deep inside the backside of Hill.
Yeah, there's a couple players already from OMIT Brooklyn spawning all the way across the map. At least they're winning the gunfight through the back end. You go 3 for 1. You know if you're Standy, you're still looking for a couple, and the close spawns come in for the Stallions. And that's due to OMIT just spawning in while that old hill was still popped. But they are blessed to have this back spawn opportunity, but you got to make it count. Linz finds a double, still a 2v2.
Yeah, Brack able to find another. Now it's just down to the last one. Backside of the hard point. OMIT have flipped the spawns around while still staying inside the hard point. Maybe an opportunity for a quick hit from the front, but Spart is shutting it all down. 5 in a row for him. That will dissuade the hit for the Stallions over to the front doors, and it forces Ilya to hit the zip line. Spart's right there for it. He almost finds kill number 7. Wow. What a life from Spart, but OMIT, they will break and have a chance for the Stallions to get in for a little bit of contest.
Yeah, the Stallions, at least in the end of this P3, are still contesting it. They already have players off the rotation, and Abe finding that double is going to slow down the approach for OMIT. So Stallions looking for potential back-to-back 60s here at the Money Hill. Blow this game wide open. You're up by 20. You have a little bit of time to develop on some routes if you are OMIT. Try to find an opening kill, and Spart starts it off.
Yeah, sure does. 53 seconds. Still on the hill itself, but it's been
That's beautiful.
Foiled. This has been a beautiful initial rotation for OMIT. Split spawn situation for the Stallions. Can they utilize that to try to hit this maybe faster than you expect? They're getting ripped apart, though. It's not happening. A critical moment in this game now as OMIT are over 180, and Stallions are still staggered coming off spawn.
Yeah, they need to find this break, man. You don't get any time here. It's basically GG on this map. Major Maniac starts up with the first kill, but instantly responded by Linz. He's able to find a double, make it into a 2v2, but now the last player standing is going to be Lurks. Spark gets the trade. OMIT still holding on, but Stallions aren't looking to give this one up for free still.
Yeah, you have to contest it. You have to try to find this scrap time, and so far, so good. Standy says, not interested. Out of there. Try to make the way over towards P1. Net on rotation, though. You've got a couple of members that are actually here for the Stallions. It'd be an opportunity for them to string scrap to initial. Needed to find a couple more eliminations, though. And Spart, really solid read as Abe was right up the zip line. The 2 young members of the Stallions are down, and now it's a 4v2 over the top of the hard point for OMIT.
Yeah, we got to get this trade over at Heli, though. Brack is able to put himself in position to find it. Smart trying to finesse in towards Grandma's, at least stall a little time for his team to hop the hard point. Can't win it here on P1. All the Stallions trying to break through the backside of Grandma's. You got Lurks developing on a long route through the underground. They find the opening kill. You go 2 for 2, but Brack finds a double. They still hold.
Looking good for OMIT. Every second is a critical one in terms of trying to get this game out of reach. 60-point game. And Stallions are a bit stuck right now, trying to find some ground to work with that mid. It's not really working out, though. Here's the repinch from Standy, and the snap back over to Abe. Finds the final bullet needed, and that should be enough to put this game out of reach.
Oh, yeah, OMIT are going to have the rotation over towards P2. Stallions have to all the way across the map and work their way through top mid. Need to find a couple kills because OMIT only need about 8 more seconds to close out this game. You find 2, but you got to get them out.
Yeah, sure do. Eliminations to start, but again, the highway of work that needs to come through is a long one, to be sure. And OMIT do have the help of the support of the Hellstorm. And this might be enough just to zone out the hard point, and so it will be. Back and forth game until it wasn't. Mostly just kind of down to that final P3, P4 that we had for OMIT, just putting both together.
Now, realistically, OMIT were outclassing them in that entire hard point. Without Stallions getting that first initial P4 where they basically held it for 50 out of the 60 seconds, this game would have been an absolute blowout. OMIT were outslaying a little bit better, rotating a little bit better, trading a lot better. just fill in the gaps properly to secure this map. Even when you got down to that one sticky situation where the close spawns come in for Stallions, they're still not able to prevail on that situation. That is tough. You get those back spawns. OMIT are simply outnumbered, but you're not able to trade. It's like the Gundies weren't hot there on the opening map, and OMIT, they strike first.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations that I think, again, you look at...
I believe that both groups, Group A a little bit more stacked, but I like Group B as well.
All right, that's very positive of you. I think there's some teams that are really bad in that group.
Hey, Bistro went 2-3 last time. Like, well, no, that was a nade. Hit him in the face while he was throwing his own. Already a 1v4. Yep,
that'll be the round. And again, this is kind of what I'm talking about when it comes down to like that mid play, like through that giant window. You know, it's gonna feel, I would say, like almost kind of vault-esque in a way, where it's just like if you get there first, you get your nades placed correctly, you can be rewarded for it, but it definitely feels like an exchange utility that, you know, is all about the timing of where you spawn, how you get your nades out, and can you actually convert on some early damage, because trophies are not going to be available for a while.
Yeah, realistically on your offenses, you don't beat them to B site, you don't beat them to middle, so you are basically forced to work over towards this A street. They try to retake to mid and instantly got taken down. Now it's the Stallions' opportunity on their offense. Gonna hit him with the switcheroo for 2. Go over towards B. Instant gunfights over towards the archway. This is another mixy map balance.
Yeah, stuns are out. Opening shots are good. Major Maniac finds his first elimination. Lurks with the nade. Actually takes care of Lins. But in the corner, Bracken will turn that into 2. Looking for more. Damage was there, but too many Stallions to deal with. But still an impressive POV from Brack.
Yeah, big double there from Brack, but simply outnumbered by the Stallions. They found the initiative kills working their way through the backside of Arches. Open up with the first blood, traded out effectively. Every single player is there from OMIT. Able to secure that round. 2 fast rounds so far for the Stallions. There's now trophy systems potentially already going to be earned, or probably not, because they're barely halfway there. These rounds are so fast.
I was about to say that first round was done in 10 seconds, so it's going to be a minute before we get some of the trophies in play, it feels like. Lurk's going to try to get again right up towards Arches. He'll leave the sole defender over at A at the moment. Garage door going to be popped. Stun will make its way in. Spark will get his intel, and a hit marker through the wall. And meanwhile, at mid-map, Lynn's trying to find a timing and shut down. It just feels like a normal Lynn's play. Follow-up from Spark, decent, but not good enough to find the double. We go 3v2.
Yeah, you can already see, like, this is one of those rounds where you're trying to slow it down, trying to send an SMG to find an opening, but it's not easy to find openings on this map like Stealership, where everything's so up close and personal. Still the man advantage in favor of Stallions. A potentially going to get isolated, but the movement, at least for now, keeping him alive until Brack is on the pitch.
Yeah, this is really good. Just distraction from Standy. Allows Brack to find one. The snap from Snandy is good, but Major Maniac is right there for the trade. So Stallions will take their numbers advantage to the bank and go up 3-0 early.
Yeah, if you don't really have SMGs working the mid on like forward team pushes or trophy sims to help you retake over towards mid, your commitment has to be over towards A side every single time. So mid right now, at least, a little bit slower on the map than the Stallions. Stallions flawless so far, up 3-0. Major Maniac has yet to fall. Still have yet to earn trophy systems as well, but bomb going over towards A. OMIT gonna start to work this pinch.
Yeah, it's just, again, the fast nature of how this map has played out to this point. Opening nades from top office, eventually expended, and Stallions will take a look now in towards mid. This will be offered up by OMIT, though, not really playing to contest mid. They're just looking to trap them on the way out. And, well, that's not great news because Sparta's already dropped. Standy gets caught backside tires, and you've got just a full flood here for the Stallions, and I'm not gonna lie, OMIT are in a miserable spot, but Lynn's able to open the door now to give maybe an opportunity for the 1v2, but not to be. Quickly 4-0 up.
Yeah, that's one of those rounds where Lynn's was the player sitting top mid window. He decides to break the vent. His teammates are already watching over towards A. He sees no action, decides to push on through. But then when you give up that mid-map, Stallions just retake it. And then when you try to tell your teammates that they can work through mid, they already have a lot of space in towards your garage. So another first blood on the back of the Stallions. They are running away with this dealership S&D. Trophy systems finally being earned after 4 rounds of being into the map. We might have another Rio or like another Vault grade A bang out S&D map.
Ramaza
Yeah, that's
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was one that I remember being like, wow, we're really just running at each other. But Andy will get 2 this time. It's playing a little bit forward in mid-map, but Major Maniac right there in the long corner. I'm not going to lie, Jay. It's just like, I mean, again, I don't want to say this with any authority, but it just feels like B bombs are impossible to actually get a plant on.
Yeah, it really is. Like, especially if you're trying to initially work that bomb site, but now after delay, 2v2, bomb's going to get planted at B. Stallions looking for the retake. Major Maniac's able to get some information. The stun is not able to connect. He thought that they would, and Spark now puts his team in a 1v2.
Yeah, I don't think Major Maniac meant to mantle through the window there. I think that was an accident trying to jump across and see the info. Really trying to win this out at Arches and almost lines up too. Not quite the case, and I'm immediately eating my words. And I think like that's the one thing about this B bomb site is like the initial breakoffs are difficult to deal with, but it does feel like, again, if the offense can win mid-map, it does allow for a quick transition through window. You can catch timing if you cleared out arches. So there's ways to do it. It just, you know, how smart are the S&D brains here in the COD community? We'll find out.
Yeah, it's like those delayed pushes. Like initially you want to contest over towards A, potentially over towards mid-map as well, but just pull the defense away and then hit that rotation over towards B. Sort of going to play like Skyline in that aspect of like draw the attention. Okay, we have the numbers, now we rotate. But instantly into this round, all-out gunfights in the middle of the map. Lurks finds the opening double, instant advantage for Stallions.
Looking solid for now. Spike ongoing though at Kitchen. And the Stallions are just going to run forward here, and that will work. Yeah, the other map I feel like this kind of feels like is Mercado. It's just like there's just so many maps that we've had in the history of COD where it just feels like you're running at each other, throwing nades, and hoping you can find first blood. And right now, I mean, again, it is day 1 of having this map essentially allowed in competitive play on official measures. It is a lot of snowballing. As Stallions are just running them down as a 4-man squad.
Yeah, if you're OMIT, it has to start with mid-map control. Like, every time you give up mid-map, they've taken advantage of it. The one time Lens hits through vent, and then they find the opening kills. That time, it's the late push with the trophies. Find the opening first blood with Lurks sliding and gliding. Now, all of a sudden, you're at game point. Stacking over towards A. Working your way in towards the office building. Lurk is prepared for the gunfight.
Yeah, look at the Stallions. I mean, it's not just he's prepared. The whole team's prepared. Now, they're going to find the first eliminations. Unfortunate Team Semtex comes through as A was pushing forward, but the damage has still been done, and that will be the game. Yeah, and this feels exactly like we saw for Europe. It was just like one team was just snowballing, the other was trying to be a little too cute, and until people start learning nade spots, I think we're going to get very much so like what we saw in opening days of like Skyline and Vault. It's going to be a lot of floods.
This is what we saw here. Stallions just a lot better at it. Right, retaking through the mid-map. They had the aggressive SMGs who are not afraid of the challenge.
Over, get all the ways, come back around. Like, there's so many opportunities to kind of finesse your own life, but it does feel like that could be an issue for the Stallions respawn team.
Yeah, and you said it, like a whole lot of space and all that good stuff, but it requires a whole lot of movement. So if you're the Stallions, you better make sure we're filling in the gaps properly. Because over their kind of roster, they are more than happy to play ratty in corners and then put you in a little bit of a trap. They go 3 for 2 in the trade fight so far, working on the first segment. One player here to contest it, but standing with the movement, able to get out of dodge, and should allow that first segment to be guaranteed.
Yep, looks good for it. Converts. Nice angle on the cross, but Illy puts him aside, so now it leaves Brack by himself, and he already had established that there was a threat down low in the vault. That was Lurks. He's down. Lynn's also able to find Illy from the contest, and now the second tick is gone, and likely you have to chalk the third one because the stack is already in.
Yeah, it's over with. Like, just give this one up. Now you're trying to play for the exit kill. The standee at least aware that someone is trying to work the overextension. Finds the overkill. I mean, the OE kill onto Major Maniac. Now an extra minute added to the game clock. You watch Standee cross over towards P4. This is where he just has to be a nuisance. Bank on his teammates to find some kills to the front.
Pops the door. A couple of shots to Major Maniac, who finds himself in trouble on Statue. But from the front, the hit is really not developed. Nice shots from Eli. He's one of those guys that, again, I feel like has been caught on teams that just didn't work. Oh, little body block of the door. Illy too wise to it, though. We'll find the kill, and now Abe has been found with a stun check up top at gold.
Yeah, but this is a very difficult gunfight to try to take him down in this position. He has an SMG at 16 HP. He still knows no one is going to try to be aggressive on me. OMIT, though, they're disregarding him. They know that he's still going to be up there. They found the initial kills on the opposite side. Let's just push on forward, but they don't win any in the clutch gunfights. It's still a staggered push.
Yeah, Major Maniac getting up top to help out Illy is pivotal towards the defense, holding their ground, and now coming off spawn. The SMGs can get to work trying to clear some of that space out. Not going to work. Linz, again, individually, there's never been a question about his ability. It's always been about how can he coordinate that with his teammates. And this could be the exact moment where we get to see it, as he's able to find a couple of kills, and now the rest of the team is on B.
Oh, yeah, Stallions. You better hit a nade. You better hit a stun something, because these segments are going to start flying. First one already locked. Illy finds an opening kill. That's massive. It gives Stallions another opportunity. Everyone surrounding the point. There's only one person on the point here for OMIT. They're trying to clutch up in these gunfights, but Illy and Abe are able to combine for 3. Now it's Brack, last man standing. How many more can you find?
We've got help from B Street. Problem is, Spart can't find an angle on the Major Maniac. And for a moment there, I mean, we were looking at a 16v10 in favor of OMIT while they were trying to finesse around the B zone. Now it's down to a 12v9 in only 30 seconds. So the ability to win this by sheer kills feels like it's out of the realm of possibility. Here comes the clearance towards Vault. Stuns, nades, all going down. The hit on the way. Brack trying to find something on the extension. Not really great looks, though, at this zone, really, at the moment. And you're kind of in last chance saloon if you're OMIT.
Yeah, it's the last push. Final push, you have to make it count. Final 10 seconds, someone's got to hop on the point, and they're able to open up with the first kill. So now Major Maniac is forced to back down from his position, but Illy again, another clutch one-on-one, makes it a 3v3. Major Maniac also finds a kill. Major is able to find 2, and now Standy, last man standing towards the middle of the map. You need to try to sprint, touch the B point. You're just simply going to run out of time. And the Stallions able to withhold that first offensive hurrah there from OMIT, and stand strong on their defense to secure the first round.
I'm really surprised that Major Maniac was able to catch 2 there on the B zone in particular, because that pinch that we were watching for OMIT through mid looked like it was going to find success. You know, you get 2 eliminations there. Major Maniac looks like he's kind of by himself, and he was stuck on the previously exploded truck just behind the zone, but was able to snap find 2, and that changes things dramatically, because it looked like there was really no way that OMIT were going to be denied there. So you do get 4 total ticks of progress. Not bad whatsoever, especially for a first offense. And it does set the bar for Stallions to have to at least match.
Oh, and so far, they're at least applying the pressure to match it. Go 2 for 1 in the early gunfights. 2 for 2, 3 for 2, 4 for 2. Now you're on the point with a double stack going. To guarantee some seconds here, you have some long routes being developed. Standy working his way all the way on the backside of gold. But Illy with the SMG absolutely rips him. Second segment lock. Time should be extended here shortly.
Yeah, looks like it. And it's going to be 2 minutes.
Wait a minute. What?
They can find the final kills, but at the very last second, OMIT dive in, get the contest, clear the point. And now it's a 24.24. And look at the spawn. Stallions are stuck spawning behind B2.
Yeah, the comms must have been atrocious there, because not a single player for the Stallions was watching Top Cat. Brack and Linz able to fly on in and both catch a double. Don't allow that third segment to get on in, but now Stallions are thinking that they had a lot more time and not have to worry about this 8-point anymore. 38 seconds to go now. Gonna try to switch over and go over towards B.
Yeah, if the both play, I have to imagine there's going to be some sort of a tactical retreat back over to A if they're allowed to, but eliminations will have Abe on the point a little while longer. Illy going to clear up space on the pinch, leaving now Linz by himself as the only defender on the A zone. He's done well. So, I mean, this has gotten to a point where, again, Stallions just look disjointed is the only word that I could say. I mean, a couple of desperate opportunities to try to stop the clock, and eventually we find ourselves out of spawn and onto the A zone, but Spartan Brack finding the kills, just need to find Illy.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 dead. Last player alive is going to be Lurks. Final 20 seconds. You got to try to get out of your spawn, and Lurks finds a double. Still an opportunity to put the game clock at a pause. Not going to think about that rotation over towards B. We got to hop this 8-point. We are so close to finishing this segment. Yeah. Let's just stack it.
A little bump from Lurks trying to create space for his teammates, but the pinch is hit through B Street, and the Stallions are going to come up short on this third tick at A. And when I say short, I mean we're talking of a whisper, just a breath from them finding an extra 60 seconds. Doesn't come through, though. And now all of a sudden, major advantage for OMIT.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's like everybody in challenges wants to play for kills and control. Like, you get 3 kills, stack the point. You're forced them to play a lot faster off the respawn. That's why OMIT didn't find success in their first offense, because the first person that dies is all the way over towards Art, and then everybody else is playing for kills, and there's only one person on the point. So a little bit more stacks, obviously, on the side of OMIT, but Stallions, our communication needs to be better. We cannot allow 2 players to drop down from Top Cat and get all 4 for us to not complete that 8 point. They thought that they had that one locked, but once they lost it, they simply could not bounce back. Now you got to stand strong on defense, and they already do. Clean 4 dead, push on forward.
Yep, looks good. Unchecked from the front, doesn't land. Abe going to try to work a little bit more space as Illy keeps the gun up on the outside of gold. Good first. Tries for the pistol, doesn't really work out, so Spart will clear up some of the space initially off spawn, but not fully, and oh mercy. Stallions now all of a sudden in a position of dominance, keeping a bit pinned in their spawn.
Yeah, once you get a season of 4 kills like that in a row, you know everyone's accounted for. We have so much time to take space away from them. We can just make their life a living hell and stall out a lot of that game clock. But finally, OMIT able to work their way on. Now Spart on 3 in a row. Has information already on the other 2, and now what was such a great start for the Stallions, OMIT just punched him right in the face, right on back.
Yeah, really confused about that route from Abe. He hit through front U-Haul and then moved over to this B Street connector. Maybe he didn't see any of it coming from the front doors on their side, but you have to assume that out of the spawn trap with time ticking, that they're going to be making the play towards A. What a snap from Spart. Maybe now one more to grab, waiting for the regen, dancing with it. Shots are decent, but not enough to finish off onto Abe. 17 plays 16, and the clock gets underneath 35 seconds.
Man, I don't know what the hell OMIT is doing. Like, why don't we just complete the 8 point? Like, we had 2 players trying to contest over towards B. Now neither one of them are going our way, and we only have 30 seconds left to go. Spart is the only one trying to finesse over towards A. Now you only have 2 segments on the round. You are all trapped in your base. Stallions find a clean forward dead. You're forced to work the overextension. Final push here for OMIT.
Yeah. And it's largely going to be off this double stack from the high ground. Shot's good for Abe. Had help there. Even exchange leads us to a 2v2, but Lurk's still nice and healthy, and the connector will finalize the last 3 eliminations, and there'll be no chance for OMIT to touch. So 2 ticks of progress there. That essentially mitigates what had happened in the prior round. So now the number that the Stallions are looking for on this offense is at least 4.
I just don't understand. Again, another round where we're just not stacking a point. Like, we're trying to do 2 things at the same time. We're simply getting outnumbered on both of those plays. And instead of adding extra time to work with at one of these points, we have no time to work with on either one of them. So, OMIT again fumble another offense. Stallions able to take advantage of it. Now have the advantage and the control. Trying to find some success here on the attack. Just start stacking the points, please. Like,
yeah,
really, realistically, what we need to do.
You got to just maybe chalk that up to new team things, right? Like, first time into a competitive match, I know scrims are one thing, but I feel like when you get into the actual elite matches, it starts
7 months into the game, Alan. We should know when we need to stack. Like, new teams are nothing. We know what the game is like now.
Okay. That's fine. You had one moment of positivity that I shot down. I had one moment of positivity that you shut down. That's perfectly fine. 27 plays 27, and once again, this A zone just does not want to get captured. So that'll be the 3rd tick will be depleted. Oh, what's up?
Ooh.
Lark's gonna be taken to town at the pool, and now all of a sudden, OMIT can just get to work re-clearing out the map.
Yeah, and that's gonna be another clean 4 dead. So OMIT already clearing out a lot of space. You have players like Brack influencing the spawns over towards pool. Stallions have 50 seconds to work out of their spawn, but Spart's going to get overwhelmed. He's only able to take down 1, but Brack gets active on the pinch, tries to be super disciplined on the gunfight, and now his teammates are simply going to get outnumbered through the middle of the map. Unless Linz has something to do about it, he's able to find a double, still making a 1v1. Teammates are here now.
I'm telling you, man, there's always been this level of Linz will create the opportunity for you. It just comes down to the timing at which he creates those opportunities, and can the teammates actually follow up afterwards. This time, it at least builds a life lead, but that A zone does get captured. So now the magic number for the Stallions is at least 1. Illy already on towards B, shut down immediately, and will be tied at a 16 life tie. Words. And the Stallions will have to kind of reset themselves up through B Street here.
Oh, you got Lurks potentially getting isolated, but the movement and the finesse, he's able to get out of dodge. And now he's just drawing the attention of a bunch of OMIT players. Finally able to take care of him. But Lin's finding a double. It's going to slow down that approach here from the Stallions. Forced to reset, and Linz isn't slowing down. Now he has goal control. Both those players spawn over towards water. Already a minute gone away on the game clock.
Yeah, looking solid, at least for the time being, based on the minimap for OMIT. They've got a lot of the places that they would want. And it's going to force a lot of tough decisions here from the Stallions. Illy working on a long route. Has been tagged, standing on the hunt. Finds him. Deals with him. So now it's a 15v10, and I mean, Linz's position is just going to continue to force the Stallions to spawn in the worst possible position.
Yeah, gotta waste a lot more time to even get it over towards this point. They do find an opening kill though onto Bragg. Potentially trying to isolate, and now onto Linz. Play it patient. He's at 54 HP in the dream. Tries to go back, and he gets taken care of. So now Stallions, last push, 25 seconds right through the front.
Problem is Bragg's going to line it up. Yeah, one of those that you look at from Linz's perspective, okay, you don't need to chow that, but again, it just puts extra pressure on the Stallions team to have to hit through B Street. And now Standy's behind the play. He's been seen and dealt with quickly, though. Brack on backside hedges at Palms. Looking good to shut this down. One more play off the pitch. Not going to work out. And the last member still alive is over in towards Vault, which OMIT deal with. So they will hold on to the round 5 defense. No ticks confirmed on the B zone. And that means the Stallions have to try again.
Yeah, Stallions got to go again on the attack. Just once they lose track of one player, you can see how fundamentally sound is OMIT. Once they put themselves in that kind of position, just block and spawn, make it easier for my team. Everyone just look around that mid-map area because they're not going through the front end. Just make it so much more difficult when the Stallions continue to be staggered on their approach. Have to try to figure it out here, though. It's usually all about the break-off. You got trophy systems. You got everything you need to work with. We just need to have a good start. Win these initial gunfights in towards A, extend time early.
Yeah. Well, 5 in a row for Brack being carried into this round.
Wait a minute.
And wow, we're making this call. And Brack is the only defender that is here. And he's going to get overwhelmed. Spart can maybe tag some toes up. He's going to have to try to use that as a way to get you an elimination as the second tick of progress looks like it's pretty much
so
guaranteed.
far.
Yeah, now it's just Standy and Brack trying to stop this from happening.
It.
And they're both going to drop. So extra 60 seconds at B is good. And only 1 life has been lost to the Stallions in that play.
Oh, it doesn't get any better than that. Now you have 2 minutes and 15 seconds to work with and a whole lot of mid-map control as well. But Lin's finding that opening kill, gives OMIT the numbers on the retake. Just got to make sure you trade it out. Illy is unfortunately only going to be able to take down 1 as he falls. So OMIT with the numbers, able to stabilize in the moment. But now Abe trying to make another heads-up play on the pinch.
Yeah. Well, Brack tag still alive and kicking, just trying to finesse as much as he possibly can. Gets a good look at a gunfight, but turned aside. And now you've got the pinch from Abe. Just have to find Linz. Maybe easier said than done because he's found 2. Now Abe is isolated. Lurk's able to help out, at least in some regard. He actually takes down 3. Lurk's almost for 4, but Abe will steal that away. 2 members on. Make it now all 4. Second tick is going to be good. Third likely to come through quickly. Can OMIT get here to try to challenge this in time? Linz will find 1. There's 2 and 3 down. They can test it with just another whisker still to go. And OMIT are still alive.
No way to just let Linz go through bottom vault and find a double. Like, what kind of spots are we playing? Give them an opportunity, able to clean up all 4, but already 2 go in favor of the Stallions. If you're Linz, you need a clutch double here. 2 players coming in through side door, only able to take down 1, but at least the trade fights are still going your way.
Wow.
4 for 1, you stop another push, you're only down by 1 life now.
You cannot get frustrated here if you're Stallions. You have to take your time because the next wave, if it gets pushed back, means that you're spawning P2, and that's not where you want to be. Brack, Standy, out traded, and we go 2v2. Illy onto the point. Tagged up at a far. Shooting back at it, but Lin's right there with it. Major Maniac, the last one alive for Stallions, and he's trying to play his life, but Spartan comes out of nowhere and takes down 2, and the numbers will still stand with a bit.
Yeah, Stallions just need 1 segment, and Abe finds a double. Gives them the numbers advantage, but Brack trying to contest it on the opposing end. Standy, unfortunately, is going to get isolated. Too many to account for. Stack if you're the Stallions.
Comes the jump up though. Team Nate unfortunately takes down 1. Now you got to double stack in. Standy has to try to clear this out, but isn't going to get there to touch in time. And the round 5 offense goes the way of the Stallions. Color me surprised based on how things had gone, but that cheeky little break off to hit through vault, get over to B completely really overwhelming. Brack, the only defender there, leads to too much time for OMIT to hold on to.
Yeah, and Brack was in the perfect position to contest it, man. Just some premature shots. Definitely got caught off guard. No team usually likes to go over towards B, but he was the safety net, and as soon as he falls, everyone else is out of position. You had a player go all the way around pool to flank all the way around the backside of gold. By the time he got to that position, 2 segments are already gone. You're forced to now commit on the gunfight. Just at that point, your teammates are all dropping as well. The initial push, perfect there for the Stallions. Secures time early on. Kept it mixy around the middle of the map, but only needed 1 opportunity for 1 segment. And they get it done and steal the control away. For OMIT, let's just start stacking the damn point, Alan.
Yeah,
I'm sick of everybody always playing for kills, man. If we just stack the point, we gonna win the game. Unfortunately, those mistakes continue to happen, even in Elite Stage 3. But now they're down 2-1 in the series.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I get it. Like, again, there's new team things going on here for both these 2 squads, but you know, I do like to see that for the Stallions, you know, talking about the potential question marks surrounding the ARs keeping pace with the SMGs, to see how they set up that B approach in round 5, I think sparks some confidence. And, you know, it's kind of what if now that we've gotten a taste of this series, we're 3 maps in, this is a pretty heavy loaded lobby in terms of players that have seen the CDL, whether very recently or in the past. You also have 2 members that are essentially their first year competing in Challengers. I know there's been a lot of conversation here, Jay, about how there's no talent pool in Challengers worth the conversation of expansion.
Oh yeah,
tell me reasons why, you know, some of these players that are in this lobby, you know, I think are ready to hang at the CDL level.
Hey, obviously, you know what it's like to play against the top competition. You have that experience. To say, like, there's not that much talent down here in Challengers is to be changing. And on the side of LAG, hoping that now, with the 2-man change, they can start to turn it on around. But still, for these players in Challengers, a slim chance of you potentially still going to work it into your Pro League. Let's just try to end it out strong. Here we go, map number 4 between OMIT and Stallions.
Indeed the case. Let's see how things go. Andy, opening double, looking solid. Immediately battled back, though, by the Stallions. You know, again, just want to keep that point in your guys' mind as we're watching here. Like, there's a level of evaluating the squads, but there's also a level of kind of, you know, seeing what the individuals have to bring. And so far, I've been really impressed with Standy. He's looked solid.
Hey, Standy's always making good plays. But sometimes they decide to play a little bit too slow, but after being victorious at Major 2 in the Challengers event, he's got his confidence back. He continues to show it. Just now you need this hard point. Try to force it to a map number 5. They've been able to contest all the way to the very end of this P1 while still maintaining the spawns over towards P2. So OMIT win the rotation over towards New. Continue to run up the score.
Opportunity, though, for Stallions. This is a quick route right in through the front. No one's even challenging this cross whatsoever. You've got 2 OMIT members playing in the back, Smart and Standy. So you have to kind of get rid of this play from inside the hard point. Billy's just like, thank you very much. I'll take that angle. I'll take this angle. Lynn's off of the out spawn will kind of save the hard point, but a mixy moment that Stallions just aren't quite able to crack the code for.
Now they're forced to break their way on through the front. Major Maniac at least is able to find a double. There's a better opportunity here at a break, but Spart, the cutoff man, able to find a 2 of his own over toward the top side of the truck. That leads to a clean for Dead Stallions with 20 seconds left. Now forced to cut their losses and rotate over towards New. Spawns now flip. OMIT in control of Art currently, but Stallions aren't going to give it up for free. We're already contesting at the street.
Yeah, and again, I like this route from Lynn's. It just comes down to I don't like that he plays a little bit further outside of it. I mean, you're still getting soak on P2. We don't need to make a play, in my mind, to play through the cars to try to get a look at P3. You've now all of a sudden kind of been exposed on this rotation. Lurks a really slow start, but trying to put it together, and that's a big win, leaving Standy the last one left. Lurks prepared for it, but not enough ammunition in the Jackal to finish the kill.
Here comes Abe, potentially for the trade. Finds the timing onto Standy, so Art control still in favor of the Stallions, but they're giving up a lot of time here at P3. You have Major Maniac on the pinch. Can he find a clutch double? Yes, he does. You alleviate the pressure here, but another 2 kills go in favor of OMIT. They keep you off, and now they can hop right back on in.
Yeah, this comes down to the timing of when OMIT wants to try to play for a route. They've lost the play at mid. Lurks gets shut down. That might open the door, but Abe on 4 in a row just pushes forward and forces OMIT to have to take tough gunfights. So it's be a late rotation here for OMIT. Standy and Lynn's going to try to work this together. Lynn's actually has an AR for this life, so Now it's down to Stallions. They don't quite get the full spawn in thanks to the timing of when this hard point opens, and now Abe's in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, yeah, Abe's going to get contested over towards side door. Linz is able to find the trade, and now if you're Major Maniac, you got to try to predict this correctly. There's a lot of pressure coming through the backside. He knows it's going to be through Art. Let me try to guarantee this kill, but the bait and switch has him isolated at 53 HP, and the Dream not able to find the kill. Spawns in the back. At least secured for now.
Yeah.
You are Stallions because you trade so effectively at the side door. OMIT do not find success there on that break.
Yeah, that's just, I think, the late timing for OMIT. You know, trying to play through P3, just coming off spawn, front side gold. They're trying to hit it, trying to hit it. No one hits a route until there's only 5 seconds left on the previous time. They just don't fully get around the back. So, Stallions, moments of recovery, even though this was one of those bend, not break situations for them. Last 8 seconds can be forced here for OMIT, and with a little bit of support from Brack, they will at least, at worst, win rotation back over to P1 to get some opening time.
Yeah, at least we know the Stallions so far on both the hard points play hard as hell for the money hard points, and it leads to a lot of success. Now with 10-point difference, OMIT win the rotation over towards P1, back over to our second set. Linz is able to find the double early numbers in favor of OMIT, but instantly responded with Major finding 2. The break is in, but for how long?
Yeah, that's just another moment where, again, like, you know, not trying to, like, nitpick too much, but Linz on that Awobabob's team wouldn't take that third challenge. He would trust that he had a teammate with him. It just feels like when he was playing with LAG, and even in a couple of moments here, he just overextends his life. Very reminiscent of, like, what Neptune and 2Real had done prior to Neptune finding success in this title, where you're just like, brother, you don't need to take a 1v3. You got 2 teammates right behind you. Just, you know, hold the ground, wait for the overchill to come through. You don't have to force that at 5 HP, so see how things go. But for the moment, OMIT looking solid over the top of 1, and more importantly, winning some eliminations on rotation to 2.
Yeah, they win the rotation again over towards P2. This time you already have players like Linz creating layers towards top cap, but he's instantly going to get tucked down. So now the Stallions on their break attempt, working their way through the front side. They find the opening kill. Everyone's right underneath Brack. He's in a very sticky situation. Can't make a proper decision. Kills go in favor of the Stallions. They don't work their way into the hard point, but at least you get OMIT out.
Major Maniac off the regen. Tries to go to the drop shot. That's good enough to best Standy. Illy just inside the tub is just trying to stay safe around a flurry of OMIT members who are still spawning in. The break eventually comes through for the team in blue. Lids for a double before being traded, and Standy on the cross will create enough space for OMIT to get back into the hard point.
Dude, OMIT are so good at just not allowing spawns to flip.
Yeah.
They have that fundamental aspect of consistently filling the right gaps, setting up these pinches for their SMGs to make plays. And now Standy, almost with some great shots there onto Illy, almost made another play off the rotation over towards New. But this is where the Stallions start to dominate here. Get a lot of time off P3. You already have our controls. Continue to fight through that mid-map area.
Yeah, good first blood from Brack. Keeps the focus for Stallions in towards the hard point. At least you would think so. Abe was the one responsible for the pinch, and he finds both SMGs by surprise. So now you've got an opportunity here for the Stallions to just continue to use Abe as a buffer in front of this hard point. He's trying to find timing on these eliminations. Really good gunfight win, and the turn after a couple of straight shots from Standy comes through, makes Major Maniac's job just a touch easier. He'll turn that into a double, and again, just good map control here from the Stallions once again.
Yeah, you absolutely take this because OMIT aren't doing like a great job of soaking up a lot of time here at P3. Finally, you have some presence over towards the backside of Palms. You're winning the gunfights through the front end. You know where the pressure's going to be towards the back, and you also have a player like Standy hitting a route already, thinking about that new HP. Just need your teammates to find kills through the front, but once a couple fall, you got to hit the repositioning. Big opening kill off the rotation. Standy's just got to finesse.
Yeah. Teammates still spawning over towards the P3 side of the map. Art, that's a good one on the cross. Standy follows up. Now you've got numbers. That should move the spawns around. Brack in the corner. Yeah, solid response. Standy just going to clear out the back. No more blockers. And now OMIT a chance to put this map a bit further out of reach. But that told, Stallions are right at the front door here. A couple of the gunfight wins are coming through. Spartan trouble at statue. Can't fully watch this cross. The Stallions will at least get into contest.
Yeah, they will, but they get shut down. Now, if you're Linz, you know the pressure's going to be towards the back end. The repositioning good enough to at least keep them thinking, but Abe is able to find a double. Now, if you're Standy, you're surrounded by the players on the side of Stallions. 5 in a row. Unfortunately, you just sprint right into the pream of Major Maniac. You get a lot of time there at that P4 where the Stallions looked like they were potentially going to run away with it. Big shout out to Standy on a huge heads-up play.
Yep.
You keep this 50-point lead. We're going to the third set of hard points. You're up by 50 if you're OMIT.
You've already flipped the map again if you're OMIT. Really solid stuff. Standy 25 and 17, a minute 20 in the hard point. Linz, the cutoff man. Good for the first. Wow, 6 shots onto the second as well. That's 5 in a row now for Linz, with an AR in hand. Illy catches Spark by surprise, but not enough to deal with Linz on 6. And with some hard point score going his way, maybe a chance at a Hellstorm with a couple more kills to come.
Yeah, Hellstorm might not even come into play, though, with the way that OMIT are playing so far in these hard points in this series. All of a sudden, up by 70. Stallions know we can't give up all this time for free. Linz is going to make it more difficult, but Standy and Spartan still here to contest it. You make it a 1v1. Spartan's going to go for the Eagle. Chow spawns now flipped. And Stallions continuously just playing from the back foot in hard point.
Yeah, that might be game right there. Oh, that might be game right there.
Standy
29 and 19. And he's feeling the hot hand. A couple of shots essentially halfway on the distance of the map. And he's got the cutoff towards pool. Oh, mercy me. This has been a solid set of hills for OMIT, but Illy's double gets the bit out of the hard point. And now it's once again into survival mode to see if they can hold on to these spawns.
Yeah, smart scam there. I don't know how you just got ripped off the hard point by Illy from top cap, but now you're forced to find a break. An unfortunate team kill, and now a pinch here for Lurks. As that leads to a 4 dead. Misplay right there from Spart. Now you're forced to have these split spawns. You need kills to go your way. Brack opens up with the first Spart, effective on the second. And Stallion just absolutely break down Abe, stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, that's tough scenes right there. I mean, it just looked like the break was so clean. Lurks' route is perfect, but just not enough conviction on the play through mid to flip the spawns completely. It's a split spawn situation, and Stallions just don't get the read on it. So 210 to 144, and OMIT are going to play the long game here and just kind of take their leader's advantage and play the right side of the map and try to put it away, whether it be here or at P4.
Yeah, but look how Major Maniac is playing this. So he's in a very clutch spot right here to just try to take him off the hard point, stay alive, but not a single one of his teammates find a kill. Now Major Maniac's position is given on up. He knows that he's going to be trapped. He knows he can't work his way over towards the hard point. And he eventually does get taken down. So OMIT currently have the rotations that they want from P3 to P4. You can no longer win it here at P3, so let's just keep them off of it.
Yeah. It's been a really frustrating game, I have to imagine, for the SMGs of the Stallions.
Hell yeah.
In particular, 19 and 32. Just a lot of engagements, but none of them have felt great. And this is another level. Like, I know that, we sat there just to kind of counteract our own point. Like, at a certain level, at a certain point in the season, it feels like certain individuals and challengers are kind of play for themselves a little bit. But like one of the things that we really started to see from the Brooklyn teams of the past, the Houston Spartans squad of the last couple of stages, like you play around your teammates, you individually are going to get rewarded for it. And when you're playing good rotational gameplay on hardpoint, you're going to be much more successful as an SMG rather than being 19 and 33 trying to force stuff.
Oh yeah, but at least Stallions are able to find a break when they need to. P4, you can walk away with this 40 seconds and only be down by 30, but it needs to be a perfect hold. One opportunity is what OMIT are looking for. They're looking for the opening kill, but Illy with the wall bang strikes first.
Quickly dealt with. Lurk's trying to hang. It's him and Major Maniac. Spart right on into the hard point with an AR. Just not even bothering waiting for an SMG, but Lurk's nice movement. Gets a little wiggle with the pistol, and that will be a decent time here for the Stallions. OMIT trying to get themselves a setup, but Linz, the normal pincher, shut down. Spart also loses hallway control, and hold on a second. The Stallions are going to find scrap to initial from 4 to 1.
Now spawns flip. Thankfully, you have Brack, who stayed alive on the backside of Magic Tree. Allows one teammate to spawn with him. It's a split push here for OMIT. You just need gunfights to go over your way. You go 2-2 on those gunfights. Now Standy's able to jump on in and make it a little bit more mixy, but Abe with the movement, only able to find one. OMIT find the break, and now all they need is 5 seconds.
Yeah, Major Maniac cut on the cross. Same could be said for Illy. Lurk's last one up, can only find the first kill. No one else in position to touch, and we will go 5. The bit looking really clean at both the hard points. That one got obviously a little bit tighter than we would have expected with that late break from Stallions on 4, but all things told, the bit just doing all the right things at the right time.
Yeah, they're out rotating them. Every single hard point besides that P4. The first go around, that's the way the Stallions got back into the game. The second go around was a break there for a moment. Then when you got to the third set, that's when OMIT rotated early over towards the money hill. But your Stallions...
Welcome back there, friends. We're jumping right into Freedom Fried Chicken in the drive-thru of Rewind.
Yeah, baby.
I've never noticed that sign before, and I'm really happy we saw it on the fly-through. Let's get it. Map 5, Rewind back in the mix. Let's see how we get.
Oh, and OMIT already slowing down their offensive approach. They're going to find early success over on the street side from Brack with the opening first blood. But all about that map number 2 is about the story of the first bloods. And OMIT now, even with Lids finding that kill, instantly put it into a 2v2.
Well, let's see. Abe just trying to feel things out, but it's really on to Illy. First timing here.
Slammed.
Whoa, what a joke of a gunfight. Standy just warped essentially onto Illy. Little slide in, jump back. Hard to deal with, and now Abe, 1v2. We're going to watch the cross to A, and then he's got the ability, of course, just to mantle the wall behind him and check B.
Yeah, nah, it's all about this timing right here. 35 seconds and counting. You have not seen OMIT rat their way back to the middle of the street. And now they are making their move. Abe potentially is going to get some really bad COD timing, but he saw a shadow, and I'm pretty sure they able to spot him as well.
Sure was. First shot's good. Abe sneaks away.
Outta here.
Doesn't quite get there, though. The back break room is where he will drop. In a minute, we'll find the opener. Not the same as what we saw on Dealership, tell you that much.
Yeah. It all starts with that kill onto Illy, though. Holding a tight angle on the backside of the street. Standy with the camera, able to slide on in, win that one-on-one. And then effective on the trade to close out the round. OMIT secure the first. Stallions now on their offensive approach. There's a little bit of time being wasted there on those rounds, but trophy systems have yet to be earned.
Oh, little opening shots down the middle of the map. Spart will find first close on to Illy. Lynn's following up, and now it's just down to Abe trying to hold on to the DVD shelves, and, well, he catches one, gets out. Hunt is on, though. Standy trying to retract this play through Gens. Help is on the way, but Abe has killed some time here, and now Major Maniac's got the deep pinch.
Yeah, it's all about what Major can get done. They do not hit the door open, so Major has everyone lined up in front of him. At least gets one, sets up Abe for the second. It's a 1v1.
Yeah, really good heads-up play from Abe to come back on the re-engagement. Standy trying to fool Major Maniac with the broken glass.
I'm down right there.
Yeah, say Major Maniac's the one who has to collect. Timing. He sees the shadow. Nice snap. In a minute, will take themselves the second round.
Oh, and this so far has been the story of the first bloods. First S&D, it went 6-1 in favor of the Stallions. So far, OMIT have found the initial 2 to start off this S&D. But Standy again with a great heads-up play, being in the right spot at the right time to always play the trade. And then another one-on-one clutch there to close out the round. Flawless start there from the stand man. Now they go up 2-0. Go back on the attack. This time, hopefully, with a couple trophy systems to work with over towards that B site.
Yeah.
Should have won.
Should. I think should, though. Guns over the top. Lins checks. Bold play. Works out. Wow, that's even more bold. He gets punished for it. And again, it's just like, that's that play, man, where it's just like, you got your one. You don't have to overchow that spot. You've got bomb control. I don't like it.
Yeah, now if I'm standing down, I'm instantly thinking that bomb is going down. Once Lins finds that first blood, Zenin in 3v3. When we get the bomb planted, they have to make the move. But now in the man disadvantage. Forced to try to rat on up, catch the timing. You're able to at least spot one onto Lurks. You send in Brack for the kill. You make it a 2v2, but still the Stallions in the right position to trade it out. First blood does not go their way, but the effective trades do. And they secure the first on their side.
Yeah, I mean, it is legitimately just like, you don't have to overshell that guy. Like, you just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it, Jay. That's all I'm saying. I don't like it.
All right, you know, challenges, mistakes, it's a common thing. It's a common thing in challenge.
Unfortunately, too common, I would say. Such is the way it goes. We live, we learn.
That's just the way it is.
True. Things just will never be the same, they say.
Yep.
All right, next up hit around the backside. Brack's stun will kind of lock this in place, leave Standy for an opportunity to get a pitch, and that will work out beautifully. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Major Maniac stuck outside dumpster, nowhere to go there. And Illy, yeah, he's been seen. He's just going to get wrapped on, not even needed. Wow, clean, fast.
OMIT were ready for that push over towards B. You had Brack early scouting with his stuns and the nades, with the SMG also able to get out of dodge, but you read the pressures over towards the street side. Your SMGs just have to catch the timing, and it's Standy again to open up with that first blood. Effective on the kill after was Brack. And then you instantly put yourself in the numbers advantage if you are OMIT. These quick rounds, they worked for the Stallions on dealership, but so far it's the complete opposite here on Rewind for OMIT.
Yeah, this has been exactly that. The exact opposite of what we had seen. It's the first time around on, again, the newest map in dealership. RC, we know how this usually goes. Well, doesn't usually go like that.
A lot of info, though, Alan. You already know that they were aggressive up towards the top side of Elephant. So now with that RC and a lot of time being wasted, you force the repositionings out of Stallions. Now if you're OMIT, slowly working your way in towards A. Major Maniac is going to be the player to watch this cross. He gives the comm. He knows the bomb is going down. Can someone contest it?
Well, not at the moment. Major Maniac is going to try to clear out the backside of this play while his teammates flood in from the front. Lynn's caught, nowhere to go. Yeah, that's just a little bit too easy, I'd say, on the retake. Bart's just going to try to re-wrap this through the back door. Nothing there. And just a post plant that never really gets set up. Again, it just feels like another one of those rounds that admit are just trying to take away more ground than they have to.
And it's also the fact that Major Maniac had, like, all the information in the world there over from the side of Cafe. Watches across, lets his teammates know as soon as you see that Lynn's crosses over towards that A site, every single arrow on Stallions are retaking their way from the bookshelf. They find that opening first blood. They win the trades, and at the same time, Major Maniac is able to find a double through the street. So a beautiful retake there from the Stallions is able to stop the bleeding here in the search and destroy. But they probably want to slow down this offensive round because every single time OMIT have taken the pressure away from them.
Yeah. I'll see what they try to develop here. Well, opening for split battle. Standing just in the corner is going to just shut down both. Yeah, it just definitely feels like both these two teams happy to try to, like, force these opening gunfights in. The moment the SMGs for mid are really winning the day out.
Yeah, for Lindsay, you can't get caught, though. Like,
No,
4v2, all it is shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. But a little bit too outside. Allows Stallions to make the numbers a little bit easier. Still 50 seconds to work with, but I'm going to be down in towards Jens. You see how Brack's throwing shoulders? Yeah, Linz, we got to take a page out of his book.
I'm telling you, man, he's just played so rogue this year. It's just so different from what we had seen in the last 2 years combined.
That's why he's down here, Pop. That's why he's here.
That's true. I'm telling you, give me the Wobabob's team back. Minus Abusa, because he's happy where he is at.
Yeah, he's him. He's him. 2v2 though, Alan.
Nope, not happening here. Maniac almost gets some separation, but the SMG too good at that range. In a minute, will go up 2 again.
Oh, they almost give it a 2v4 clutch there, though. So they feel they're able to stabilize, and Standy's having a masterclass of a map number 5. Multiple 1v1 clutches. Every time that guy is the last man standing, or at least alive in the round, you're going to have your hands full. So he's able to find a double to close that one out. An 8-2 start on a 3 streak going into the next round. But he has been a difference maker so far in this game. Multiple first bloods. You need to try to shut him down if you're Stallions.
Yeah. And they do it. That's the question. Hard to find out. Guns over the top of the RV. Brack doesn't really connect much with that, though. He also hasn't been seen, though. So we go back over to Linz's direction. He's likely the one to try to catch some information, but Illy's RCXD just kind of sends it. Doesn't really even try to play on the front side of the shelves. Just tries to push it forward. Now the offense can make us move on to A.
Yeah, that's a lot of information gained. You know the player's coming in towards A. Can you catch the time before the bomb goes down? And you do, but unfortunately the first blood is followed by a team kill. So all of that pressure for absolutely nothing. OMIT caught the timing on the Abe. He's thinking, all right, I had these players on the pinch, but they sneak on by. Standy finds another kill, and now Abe on the repinch. He's already position known.
Yeah, not much you can do from there. Not going to happen.
Tough.
Wow. Okay. Now you find yourself in dire straits, 5-2 down. And honestly, outside of a couple of beefs off first bloods from a bit, there really hasn't been much to speak of for the Stallions, if I'm being candid.
No. They've only had a couple rounds where they win the trade fights off the retake in towards the safe site. That's why they at least had 2 on the board, but OMIT, a lot more consistent in that first blood fight. Standees, again, still performing at a high level now. Now we're at game point here on the defensive end. If you're Stallions, the 4-man pushes over towards B Street, instantly gets shut down. But it's all about this initial first blood fight. Let's trade it out.
And the RCXD is also a part of this, so and the defense can feel comfortable sitting in the backside of the courtyard for now, at least. Little play forward as Lurks will clear out some of that space and now clear out gens. You definitely can move forward to plant. Just comes down to will OMIT try to challenge the plant or try to retake off the post plant.
Retake it through the middle of the map. This time, Linz is going to try to send it for the first blood. He does get caught. So now Stallions in the man advantage. 40 seconds. Game clock on their side. Have info of another 2. Major Maniac is able to strike for the second. Now it's Sparty and Brack in the 2v4, but now all left up to Brack.
Yeah, but like you said it, and it's kind of... Oh, hold on. Maybe a chance here. Oh, almost. You said it, though, and that's kind of maybe like categorically how I define Linz. It's like tries to send it for the first blood. It's just... We've got 2 members still playing at Courtyard. We still had nades because we had an RCXD out to read our information. And it's just like we're taking a challenge through the doors with clouded vision, and your teammates are right there. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, it's just not, and I think the thing about it, like, I know I'm coming off super harsh. Like, Linz is one of my boys. Like, this is not the Linz that we've seen in the last 2 years. It just isn't.
He just has a little bit more consistency to his game plan. And less risk-taking as well. Like,
yes,
you could do that, definitely improve a lot. But that's why you have a couple matches here in challenges. Getting knocked down after the last event.
Like,
unfortunately, you get caught in your hand. You see, like, you can't teach that. Like, we just don't need to do that right there, Lutz.
I know it. So now you got a 3v3. Thankfully, Spart's able to find a trade backside of the A site. And the offense is actually going to make a play through RV here. Defense would have to rotate out of DVD to try to challenge this, and Brack on top of the big rig is going to have some good information if there is a retraction back through glass. Information's been seen. Now the question is, where is Major Maniac? And now you found him.
Oh, he found Major. You're able to back him down from his position. And you also flip the map on its head and at the same time find a kill onto Illy. So OMIT are going to be able to start off Elite Stage 3. 1-0 after being down 2-1 in the series. Had a lot of mishaps in the control. But the rewind S&D was a lot cleaner than it was on dealership. A lot of success there in the first bloods. A lot of clutches when they came down to it. If you're the Stallions, we got to make sure we improve in hardpoint, man. Can't consistently play from the back foot and try to compete with some of these dogs.
Very true. Very, very true. And it's something that's going to come in time. I think the thing about this is you just have to get through this week, which I think can be obviously difficult. You know, like, shout out your Royal Spartans teams. Like, they don't get out of their first week, and then they have to fight for their lives in day 2.